I'm Jay Jackson. Welcome to WineNewsNoir.com. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. We begin with a follow-up story from last month. We first broke the news that Inglewood's 1010 Wine and Events took first place in USA Today's Best Wine Bar competition. Now we hear from both owners as they celebrate a milestone in the City of Champions. The next time you're out sipping a cold Chardonnay or a fruity Pinot Noir at 1010 Wine and Events in Inglewood, you'll be sipping a bit of history. What's inside this low-key charcoal and white wine bar on La Brea and Centinela was just named America's #1 wine bar by USA Today, a first for a black-owned wine bar in an industry where African Americans have a less than 5% stake in ownership.
We're very grateful for it. It's
super
kind of
exciting.
surreal. Yeah. Even that we got on the list. And then the vote.
No. I don't do honorable mention. #1.
The win was announced in the same month the owners, Sister Lee and Leslie Jones, celebrated the wine bar's 4th anniversary, a journey that actually started in 2019. Then came the pandemic.
We're like, okay, we're going to do construction, be open in 6 months. Then boom, pandemic happened. And we're just grateful that everybody was patient with us because we definitely were like, we're about to open. This is here, first wine bar in Inglewood, all the things. But yeah, it didn't happen that way. But I'm grateful of the slow build up that occurred just for the anticipation for us to even be more meaningful about the space. And so now that we're at year 4, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, this space used to be an automotive garage. They used to restore old school cars here. And so when we first walked into the space, it was really hard to imagine it to look like what it does now. And so now the fact that thousands of people have walked in and out of these doors in this 4 years is a huge accomplishment for us. And we still are in awe that, when 2019, we were sitting here just hoping and praying that we could get the space to look like the way we wanted it to. And now 4 years later, we're best wine bar in the country.
USA Today applauded 1010's atmosphere, food, style, and wide selection of wines, which happens to be the largest choice of black-owned wines in California. For longtime customers Wendy Burnett and Melissa McKay, the #1 ranking is a source of pride.
It is so exciting. I love that they're getting the accolades that they're getting across the world. #1 on USA Today, that's amazing. I'm really excited for a Black-owned women business, family. You feel the vibe in here. It feels like family, feels like home.
The future is bright for these two sisters, Lee, a practicing trademark attorney, Leslie, a high-end events planner.
But I also think it's important that people that are from here, that people that have a stake in this community, continue to have a stake in this community. And for us, that means building out new spaces. That means producing different events that haven't been produced here before.
All right, congratulations once again. A nightmare in Napa Valley, the right bank abandoned, and a big ugly mess. Here are the top stories for this month's Wine in a Minute. Firefighters in Napa Valley are slowly getting an upper hand on the Picket fire. As of this report, the wildfire is 25% contained as it moves closer to Precious Vineyards. It has charred close to 7,000 acres at this point, but no loss of life or reported injuries. No cause of fire, but the fire is under investigation. A big shakeup in Bordeaux's right bank. The famed Chateau Fleour is pulling out of the Pomerol AOC and Bordeaux appellation system altogether. The 153-year-old wine brand says climate change challenges doesn't allow it to work with new rules in the appellation system. Company officials say they are working with appellation leaders to work on returning in the future. A provision in Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill has grape growers concerned. Section 453 of the bill would shield companies like Bayer from damages caused by products like Roundup weed killer and other pesticides. Grape growers say off-target drift from neighboring large crop farmers who use their pesticides have cost them millions of dollars. If the provision passes, grape growers would have no protection in the courts. Lawmakers will vote on the final changes when they return after the summer recess. And finally, one of the most celebrated winemakers in the black wine community makes her first appearance at America's #1 wine bar. Yep, back to Inglewood with a Bay Area favorite. Paula Harrell likes the personal touch when it comes to the people who drink her wine. That's how she turned P. Harrell Wines into the award-winning brand that moves more than 2,000 cases every year.
We were pouring the Zinfandel, which is, has always been my favorite because I'm a red wine girl at heart. Then we're also pouring my rosé, which is called PJ Rosé. This we are pouring my sparkling. So this is a Blanc de Noir. Fruit is 100% Pinot Noir.
It was all rave reviews at 1010 Wine and Events, where Harrell held her first in-person tasting and the first tasting since USA Today named the bar the Reader's Choice Best Wine Bar in America. Harrell says it's something the black wine space should be proud of as a whole.
It's really important for me to be here today because I am so proud of these two women that started this venture. I launched my business 10 years ago, and there was hardly anybody in the wine space that looked like me. And to see them launch their business and grow it and continue to be inclusive and bring more people in that can share their wine and their craft and watch this industry grow through the work that they're doing here at 1010 Wine and Events is just very special to me.
It was 10 years ago Harrell started her journey in wine and hasn't looked back since, a passion she sees throughout the black wine community.
It's really nice to look back at where we were then when I started and look at where we are now. There are so many more people in this industry now, and you are correct. I was one of the first in this space, and it was not an easy task to get into this space, and it still isn't an easy task, but I'm glad that I was able to help open some doors for more people of color to get into this industry and be able to experience this craft and be able to grow their own businesses and create an environment that works for them.
For more information on P. Harrell Wines, just go to the website at pharrellwines.com. And that's going to do it for this episode of WineNewsNoir.com. Please remember to support our sponsors on our website. Again, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. I'm Jay Jackson. Cheers.